With summer right around the corner, a lot of us are in a desperate bid to lose these few pounds we put on over the holidays before we hit the beach in our new swimwear. The issue, however, is that a lot of us don't know exactly how much we should be eating. We're getting information from a variety of different sources, we're eating the recipes, we're doing what we think we should be doing, but when we're looking at that scale, we're not seeing the results we want. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys the #1 way to guarantee that the diet you are following is actually yielding fat loss and muscle gains. It's really not that complicated, but so many people overlook this. So in this video, the #1 goal that I have is that everybody watching by the end should know exactly what they got to do to lose weight. And I'm telling you, you implement what I show you, you will literally start seeing results after just a few days. So buckle them seatbelts, pay attention, get them notepads out and be ready because Remy is putting on a clinic. So if y'all are ready to get another epic video underway, then as always, man, I'm here to do it for you. Let's do it! Yeah! Now, the first concept I want everybody to be super familiar with, and I believe it's a necessity if your goal is to lose weight, is that you have to understand what calories are and how many calories you actually need in a day in order to create a calorie deficit. So the first thing we'll cover is calories. Obviously, everybody watching understands that every food has calories, right? You eat too many calories, you're gonna gain weight, which brings us back to the law of thermodynamics. Your body needs a certain amount of calories in a day in order to do its normal daily processes, keep you alive. Even if you woke up and you laid in a bed all day and did absolutely nothing, your body still needs a certain amount of calories. And if you take that same person that is laying in bed all day and they end up maybe running the mail as a job, they go to the gym afterwards, they're getting on the treadmill, then obviously all of those activities need more calories. The best way in my head to look at calories is as potential energy. Everything we do, even from me just moving my arm back and forth like this, obviously it's not burning a ton of calories, but it does require them. So we're gonna look at it as fuel in the gas tank. For everything you eat, you're filling up your gas tank, and for every action you're taking, even when you're just sitting back like me, that is utilizing calories. And one analogy I always try to make for people to try to bring this home is that when you have a car like a Lamborghini, for instance, you don't put regular gasoline in that thing, you got to put in premium fuel. So in turn, if we want our bodies to be like Lamborghinis, fine, lean, athletic machines, then we have to make sure we are eating the right amount of calories. Now that is the #1 place where most people mess up, is they have no idea how many calories they should be eating. But I'm telling you, once you figure out that number and you can consistently follow it, that is when the results start adding up. We're all different. Some of us are more active, some of us train more, some of us are taller, some of us weigh more just genetically, so we're gonna require more calories. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution for anybody, so if you're just copying your favorite bodybuilder or fitness personality's diet without doing anything to kind of tweak it to your own body and your needs, then you're ultimately leaving results on the table. But don't worry, that's what we're here for. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that in the easiest manner possible. So here we go, people. It's this easy. I need you to grab your phone and just follow along with what I'm doing. I've shown people how to do this method for years now, and everybody that actually implements this, I mean, it's a game changer. You just got to do it. So here we go. We're going to go to tdeecalculator.net. I'm going to show you guys my phone screen right here so you can follow along. And what this is going to do is take us to a website that will let us put in our stats. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my stats here, but obviously insert your own. So we go here for age. I am 31 years old. For my weight right now, I'm about 193 pounds. I'm 5'10". And then if I'm choosing my activity levels, I do cardio twice a day. I'm doing boxing training 5 days a week, and I'm lifting weights. So for me, honestly, heavy exercise is probably the way to go. But this is the most crucial part. You got to be honest with yourself, right? If you're not doing any cardio and you're just training like 3, 4, 5 days a week, then I would just go with light exercise. If you know your workouts are absolute crap and you're not pushing yourself, then just go with sedentary and you're going to be perfect. If you're actually doing the cardio, training 5 days a week, then I think moderate's a good place for you. I would say me being heavy is kind of the exception to the rule. A lot of people don't train as much as me. So we go heavy, and then right now I have no idea what my body fat percentage is. I'm going to leave that blank. If you do know and you know it's accurate, you can put it in here, and it's gonna make this that much more accurate. So with all of our info keyed in, we're gonna go ahead and hit calculate. And bingo, this shows my maintenance calories are 3,168. Now what maintenance calories means is that if I eat 3,168 calories in a day, I'm gonna stay the exact same weight based on my height, my activity levels, my workout, all that stuff. And to be honest, this is pretty accurate because right now I'm bulking on 3,200 to 3,500 calories a day, and I'm gaining weight very slowly because I'm barely eating eating over maintenance. So honestly, out of the gate, this is pretty accurate. I wouldn't say that this is verbatim, you should take this 100%, but I think honestly, this is the best way to get you in the ballpark. And if you follow this number, 99.9% of the time, you're gonna see results. If you base all your stuff off of this number. So what we gotta do if we're actually trying to lose weight is scroll down to the bottom and you're gonna see some different macro layouts here. And when it comes to macros, a lot of people get confused, but I'm gonna make it stupid simple for you. So if we look down here, right, it has a moderate carb day. It says 123 grams of fat, 277 grams of carbs, 238 grams of protein, right? Each gram of carbs and protein are equal to 4 calories. So you could technically add those both up, 238 plus 277, multiply by 4, and that number is the amount of calories you're getting from carbs and from protein. Then you would just take the 123 grams of fat. Each gram of fat contains 9 calories. You would multiply 123 times 9, and poof, that's the amount of calories you get from fat. You add that together to the protein and carbs, that's your total calories. Pretty easy. Just remember, protein and carbs equal 4 calories. Each gram of fat equals 9 calories. You can do the math that way if you want to build your own macros. So if I click the cutting tab, bingo, this shows now these macronutrient values reflect 2,668 calories, which is a 500 calorie deficit compared to our maintenance calories. And what this means is that we've subtracted 500 calories from what it would take for us to stay the same weight. Now, another concept to grasp, every pound of fat contains 3,500 calories. So if we create a 500 calorie deficit multiplied by 7 days a week, that is 1 pound of fat you would lose a week if you followed these calories and hit these macros. If we go to the cutting tab, it tells us exactly what we got to do in order to get those guaranteed results. It's the law of thermodynamics. So if you literally eat less than your body needs in a day, unless you're in the 0.01% of people that might have a crazy metabolic condition, your body has no choice but to change. It's impossible not to. So if you're the type of person that in your head you said, I can't lose weight because of X, I'm having trouble because of my genetics, all this stuff, you have to understand those are belief statements. When you speak those out loud, that means you truly believe them. The way that we speak about ourselves is the way that we think about ourselves. So me personally, I don't like to ever say, I can't do this because I'm this. I simply won't. I won't put that type of energy out into the universe. So I recommend you guys do the same because I'm telling you, you believe in this and you follow it, you're gonna see results no matter what. So now that we have this information, how do we make this even easier? So what we're gonna do now is download the MyFitnessPal application. It is the most popular calorie tracking application and I've been using it for literally years. I know it like the back of my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up tomorrow's food log since it's empty. It's not tomorrow yet. And you can see here, we got breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, exercise, lots of stuff here that I have not filled in yet. If you look at the top, it shows I have a 2,300 calorie goal, which is normally the calories I'm cutting on. I just haven't updated it for this bulk. I just pay attention. And then it shows I've had 0 food or exercise added in there. So what we can actually do, if we go to the bottom right-hand corner and hit the more tab, we can go to our profile, then we can go down to goals, and it shows you got current weight, your goal weight, things like that. I have not updated these in forever, but keying those in can definitely help you keep track. We can go down here to nutrition goals. I can click customize calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals, and then boom, we can look here and we can literally type in those numbers that we just found. So right here for calories, you can see mine's 2,300, and I can change that by adjusting these macros. So if you look here, I just made some macros that add up to those calories, but basically 60 grams of fat, 225 grams of protein, 215 grams of carbs. If you do the math we already talked about in this video, that adds up to 2,300 calories. Now, I always tell people when setting this up, you don't have to overthink it. A lot of people think you need X amount of fat, you need X amount of carbs, and you need the perfect dialed in amount of protein, but that's not how I approach my diets at all. Basically, what I do is set a minimum protein goal for myself, which if I'm doing 2,300 calories, I like to hit about 225 grams. And then when it comes to the carbs and the fats, I really don't care how we get to those calories. I'm not worried about getting 200 grams of carbs a day. Some days I might get under 100. Some days I might get 130 grams of fat. Doesn't matter to me. I'm eating what I want to eat as long as I'm hitting my protein goal and at the end of the day, hitting my calorie goal. This is a belief system that has served me well. At the end of the day, focus on your protein goal and your calorie goal. You're gonna be just fine. So for the sake of showing you how easy this is, let me adjust this to 2,668 calories. So all I'm gonna do here is hit the fat. It's gonna give me a wheel. I'm gonna slide it up and you're gonna watch that calorie number slowly start to climb down at the bottom. So I just kind of keep pushing fat up to 101 grams. Boom, we have 2,669 calories, right? And once again, I'm not worried about hitting 101 grams of fat. All I'm worried about is hitting my protein goal and letting the rest fill in up until I hit my calories. So now that we got everything keyed in this application, how do we track our food? Well, it's easier than you think. Let me show you some examples. Now this part is actually really simple. The only thing it requires is that you use your brain just a little bit to plan these meals out. But once you do it a few times, it's like riding a bike. You don't even got to think about pedaling at a certain point because it's easy. It's just ingrained in you. So the first thing we need to focus on is making sure we're getting high protein food. Like I said, we have a minimum protein goal that we want to hit, and we're not going to get there eating chips and candy bars. So one thing I will stress is that if you take these numbers and you don't eat enough protein, but you're still in a calorie deficit, you are definitely going to still lose weight, but it might not be ideal. The reason we eat high protein diets is that when you're in a calorie calorie deficit and your body's looking for energy, it has two choices on your body to go for as fuel. It's either gonna go for the fat on you or the muscle on you. If your diet is lacking in protein and you don't have the amino acids that you need, your body's gonna go for the muscle on you as fuel, which is why I recommend we keep our protein high in all of our diets, which is the main reason my Anabolic cookbook does what it does. It's the point of the recipes and everything that we do. It's essentially making certain that we're eating enough protein, and when we're losing weight, it is the most ideal version possible. So if you want tons of meal ideas, they're gonna make this entire process way easier, where you're still eating good and getting in enough protein that we don't have to think about it. Make sure you check out my cookbook, which you can find at the link in the description box. Literally, you can see it on my phone here. We got tons of recipes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, broken down. And if we go in here and I zoom in, we have 266 pages as of the time this is recording. Every time I add a new recipe or video to the channel, this gets updated, and you always have more stuff to cook. And once you get it once, it's updated for free, so you don't have to pay for it ever again. Seriously, with this in your pocket, you follow us in here along with all the other rules in this video, you'll have the easiest diet you've ever done. Hit the link in my description, you won't regret it. So what I'm gonna do is use a couple recipe examples to fill out our calories. So if we go in here and we choose breakfast, I'll just grab the chocolate chip waffles that I love to eat. Incredible recipe, you should try it. So if we go ahead and put 4 of those in for breakfast, boom, 8 fat, 40 protein, 32 carbs. Sounds like a good way to start the day. And let's say for dinner, we plan a little bit ahead. One of my favorite meals that we do is the Parmesan garlic boneless wings. I'm just gonna go ahead and double that recipe right there. 104 grams of protein, 24 grams of fat, 36 grams of carbs. So if we go back and we look at the top of this, we are at 1,136 calories for the day. And if I go down to the nutrition and hit that, it shows me that we have 144 grams of protein on the day. So with that cookbook and these recipes, it's making this whole process stupid simple. Like I said, you don't gotta overthink it. So now let me show you, if you're not working from a recipe, that you can actually key in, how do we add food? So let me just grab an Anabar, the best tasting protein bar on the market in the cookies and cream flavor. Let me open up the barcode scanner. Let me see if this lets me scan this actually. Bingo, and voila. As you can see, it's right here in the app, pulls up the nutrition, everything we want. So I can just hit the check mark button, and that is added right into our diet. Let's say I want a protein shake, right? We have Final Boss Whey and Cinnamon Toast Swirl, best tasting protein you've ever had. I can go into add here, and let's say I don't want to scan the barcode, or for some reason that's not working. Someone else has probably already keyed this in. So if I hit whey, boom, whey Cinnamon Toast Swirl from Final Boss, switch that to 2 scoops, let me add it. Now that's added. But one thing I recommend with protein shakes to make them better is we use a little bit of unsweetened almond milk. Let me move back to the barcode scanner. So I'm gonna hit this real quick, boom, and bingo, right? Let's just go ahead and do 2 servings of that, a nice big protein shake. All right, so check it out. For breakfast, 4 waffles, we got an Anabar, we got a 2 scoop protein shake with almond milk, we got a massive order of Parmesan garlic boneless wings. We're still at only 1,706 calories. Look at nutrition, boom, 217 grams of protein, 96 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat. So at this point, we still have about 900 calories left, and we're basically at our protein goal. So really, we can fill the rest of these calories with whatever we want. Now, I'm not saying you should go just eat pizza or start buying candy bars, but literally, we would still see exceptional results because we've already hit our protein goal, and that's already out of the way. So whatever we want to fill our calories with from this point on is fair game. So what I'll do is give you an example that I love. Let's say you can't cook, right? Let's say you got my cookbook, but you're out of the kitchen. You don't have any protein bars around, no protein shakes. You got to go out and you got to eat somewhere. Chipotle is one of the best options for this. So if I click Chipotle on here, boom, you can see their entire menu pops up. So we can build something and know exactly what we're putting in our body before we go. Keep in mind that obviously they're not using food scales there, so this isn't as accurate as if you do it yourself in the kitchen, you weigh it out. But once again, I try not to overthink this stuff. We're thinking longevity and lifestyle and long-term habits, as opposed to getting stressed out every time we think our Chipotle is off by a few grams. So let me go in here, we'll just build a burrito. So let me grab a flour tortilla, 300 calories. See, you don't know that unless you know it. And we'll go ahead and click the multi-add button here. Let me add a serving of chicken. I'll add a serving of steak. We'll do some black beans. We'll do some brown rice. And let's see where that gets us. I didn't even mean for it to do that, but look, we're at 2,696 calories, which is 27 calorie difference from our goal, which to me is perfect. As long as I get within plus or minus 50 calories of my goal, I am fine. So look at this. We got a double meat Chipotle burrito. We got Parmesan garlic boneless wings. We had 4 chocolate chip waffles for breakfast. We had a protein bar and a protein shake. If I ate all of this in a day, that is perfect. I'm in a 500 calorie deficit. I go to my nutrition. We are hitting 296 grams of protein, 198 grams of carbs with 82 grams of fat. To me, guys, based on these numbers and everything, if I'm trying to shred and I want an exact 500 calorie deficit, to me, this day is perfect. 296 grams of protein, easy. 198 grams of carbs, perfect. 82 grams of fat, rock solid. We also got 32 grams of fiber. As far as I'm concerned, that is a perfect day. We accomplished what we needed to. We created a calorie deficit, we're eating less calories than our body needs in a day. We hit our minimum protein goal, 225 grams. We even bumped that up to 300, which in my opinion is just extra credit. And on top of that, we did it all while still eating good, out of the cookbook, having fun foods, eating amazing protein bars. bars. We even got the drive-through Chipotle. We had some Parmesan garlic boneless wings. This is not a hard diet to follow. As long as you follow the rules I showed you, you take your time, you log your food, and you're actually conscious about it, and you hit these numbers consistently day in and day out, you are going to see results no matter what. It is quite literally impossible not to. And there you have it, folks. When I tell you that it really is this easy, even if that seemed slightly complicated and a little bit of work, once you get that first part out of the way, the results are literally guaranteed. You just simply have to do it. The law of thermodynamics does not lie. And when push comes to shove, if you eat less calories than your body needs in a day and you eat enough protein, you are going to have optimal results. And obviously, I'm a little bit of an edge case because I do train so much. But I would say the average male watching this, if you're eating around 2,000 calories a day, that's a really good spot to start. And for women, between 14 to 1,500 calories a day is also a good place to start. But if you're extremely active and you're accurate on that calculator and you use those numbers, you're gonna be in an amazing spot. And the best part is, as you start dropping weight, you start feeling better, your clothes are gonna start fitting better, and then you're gonna have every opportunity in the world to go over to youngla.com and pick up something absolutely stylish. Right now, I'm rocking the wash drip tee, which is one of the best fitting shirts I've ever had. I mean, in the chest and shoulders, it fits like a champ. It's loose down bottom, the perfect look I'm going for. And I'm also rocking the perfect shorts, which have wallet pockets, zipper pockets. They're lifestyle shorts, but you can also work out in them. They have boxer briefs, they have beanies, they have gym bags, they have long sleeve dress up shirts. They literally have everything you could ever want. So head on over to youngla.com. When you use code RJF, you're gonna save money and you're gonna absolutely love what you have. This is literally all I wear anymore. And especially when I'm in good shape, it makes it feel that much better because it all fits so well. So if you check those guys out, I know you're gonna dig them. I appreciate the support. And yeah, that is basically this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you didn't, you can smash that thumbs up button for me. Comment down below if there's something you feel I missed, because I am human. And when I'm making these videos, there are things that I tend to gloss over or skip because I'm not thinking about it. Leave those in the comments below and make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, more great content coming. And if you want, like I said, for this whole process to be easier, my cookbook is available at the link in the description box. And if you want to take all the guesswork out, hit up RamseyJsFitness.com, sign up for a meal plan. I'll make you a diet, do all this work for you. That way, all you got to do is follow what's on the plan. Appreciate you guys as always. Full Anabar restock, everything else at finalbossformulas.com will be coming very soon. Thank you guys as always. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Bam, 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 baby. We out.